Welcome, Special Agents. Glad you can make it. I'm Special Agent V, and I'm in charge of new recruits. It is my job to train you for your mission. Like I said, it is my job to train you for your mission. But first things first, we have to identify your identity. We take security very seriously here at the BRGK headquarters. Agents, please raise up your left hand so you can do our security scan. Don't worry if there are more agents gathered with you, since our system can do more than one scan at a time. Great! You've all been identified and approved. Our mission is to save the world by teaching everyone about Jesus. But the world is a big place, and we need missionaries to go all over the world and tell people about Jesus so that they can be saved. Let's hear from one of our missionaries in the mission field.
Hi, Black Rock kids. We're Peter and Miriam, and we are Black Rock missionaries in Africa. That means we live in Africa and we're telling people about Jesus. And actually, here at Black Rock, I learned the Bible better, and I did a missions course that encouraged me to go and be a missionary, and that's telling people about Jesus. We can do that here in Connecticut, or we can do it around the world, and Miriam's going to tell you about that now.
Yeah, so God called us to leave the U.S., so here's Connecticut, and we flew up here and we changed airplanes, and then we flew right down here to this part of Africa. There's a country here called Nigeria, has the most people of all of Africa live right here in this one little place. And that's where Peter and I get to serve the Lord and tell lots of children about Jesus. Now, unfortunately, because there's so many children in this country, some of them don't have mommies and daddies. And some of them have some really bad things happen to them, and they get sick and they get hurt. So one of the things that we do is we work with Nigerians to help these children, to help grow, to help take care of them.
Yeah, let me tell you one quick story about a little boy named Adamu. That's the name Adam in the Nigerian language of Hausa, which is the language that a lot of people in northern Nigeria speak. And he grew up in a village that didn't know about Jesus. So imagine, you know the name Jesus, but they've never heard about Jesus before. And Adamu's mommy and daddy died. They got sick and they died. But because the village people, they didn't know about Jesus, they thought that somehow Adamu, little Adamu, he was 8 years old, they thought that somehow he was involved in that. Of course he wasn't. And so at night, some young men came to his house and they wanted to do something bad to him. And through these things that happened, our ministry came and we rescued him, and he came to live in the ministry, and we told him about Jesus. At first he was so sad. He had lost his mommy and daddy, and now he had been rejected by his village. And then he came to know Jesus, and he grew and he learned to read and write, and he had a lot of people there that loved him and became his family. And as he got older, he came to us and he said, I want to go back to my village and I want to tell them about Jesus. I forgive them for everything they did and said to me, and I want to tell them about Jesus. So our outreach team went with Adamu. They went back into his village. They started to walk around, and all of a sudden some people started to recognize him. It had been 8 years since he had been back in his village, and some of the people said, this looks like Adamu, but he is no longer alive, they thought. It can't be Adamu. And he gathered the people. The people started coming out. Is this Adamu? Is this Adamu? He said, yes, you meant to harm me, but I forgive you because there's one named Jesus who has forgiven me. And so I'm getting emotional just telling you the story, but Adamu was able to come back and forgive the people of his village. And so his people have come to know Jesus, and through lots of outreaches, through getting them clean water, we've been able to really help them. I had a picture that I'm going to show later on, and it's a picture of Adamu now. He's in his 20s. He's one of our staff members. And in that picture, he's next to someone. He's teaching him the Bible. That other person's name is Indri. And Adamu led Indri to the Lord. He discipled him, and now Indri does outreach with Adamu. Indri was one of the young men that tried to hurt Adamu that first time in his village, but now he has Jesus. His village has Jesus. They have clean water. See, we're amazed and so privileged to be sent by BlackRock to Africa to be able to teach people about Jesus. But you can be a missionary right here too, as you're with your friends and your family members and your neighbors, and you tell them about Jesus. Maybe even you can invite them to church. Maybe one day you'll be a missionary here, and maybe even in Africa.
Yep.
So we love you, BlackRock, and we love you, BlackRock kids, and thanks for letting us be your missionaries in Africa.
This is fantastic work. Special agents. Below, you will find information on how to pray and give to this cause. I'm counting on you to help our missionaries. Okay, now let's take a look at the world map. Last month, we learned a lot about China and its people. Now, let's see where we are headed to this month. It looks like we will be learning about Nigeria and its people. That sounds very exciting. Let's start by saying some Bible verses to the people there so that they can learn about Jesus and how I can save him. All I have to do is press send and...
We meet again, Agent V. But your precious Bible verses will never make it to the people of Nigeria, because I've found them, and I've scrambled them, and hidden them all across the country. And there will be no one smart enough or brave enough to find them and decode them.
Special agents! BRGK is under Code Red Emergency. The bad guy has stolen the Bible verses. There is no time to lose. You are needed immediately. Commencing Operation Rock Firefinch. Case number 4058. Complete your assignments by the end of the month and you will receive your mission tag and a higher agent level. Hurry! The world is depending on you.